So I'm sewing up the Life Sew Savory wide leg pants pattern. Life Sew Savory wide leg pants pattern. It's a free pattern on the website. Just go there, search wide leg pants, and you can download them or download the pattern. And then the website also has instructions that you can follow to put the pants together. It looks pretty simple, so hopefully it turns out to be as such. I have everything cut out. Basically, it's a pants pocket piece, pants pocket pouch. You have back pockets as well, and a front and back leg. And you cut two of everything. I'm going to start with the pocket. You take a pocket piece. There aren't a lot of markings on here, so you just kind of have to follow the instructions to understand where everything goes. So the first step is to, it says put the angled side of the pocket right sides together. So this is the wrong side. This is the, it says put it right sides together. Lining up the edges. And I'm gonna sew along the edge here. Sew along the edge. Alright, so I sewed the pocket to the pants and I folded it back, pressed and stitched it like that. Then you take the pants pouch pocket and you put these right sides together, lining up the edges of the pocket, and I'm going to sew all the way around, I guess, to this point. I'm going to cut a different pocket piece. I'm going to cut one of this material and then do it because it's going to show what the other end. Okay, so I have the pocket pouch cut out from the right material. Taking the pocket like this and then putting right sides together. I'm going to clip the edges, take it to the sewing machine, and stitch along this edge and around the bottom up until around here. Okay, so the pants pouch has been sewn for both parts. You just sew the pouch together. This is the front, I guess. There's your pocket there, and that's how it looks. Okay, now I'm putting the front pieces together, right sides touching, like this, matching the crotch lines, and then I'm going to sew the crotch seam and then open it up and top stitch. All right, the two front pieces have been sewn together at the crotch seam and top stitched down the middle. I tried to serge, but my serger is acting up, but anyway, I'll probably zigzag stitch from now on. So the front pieces are done. Oops. Now it's time to put the back pieces together. I'm going to put them right sides together and sew the crotch seam just like I just did with the front. Now that both of the front and back pants pieces are sewed together at the crotch seam, there and here, time to work on the pockets, or the back pockets anyway. So 2 pieces for the back pockets. I'm going to zigzag stitch around the sides. This is actually the selvage, so I don't have to do the top. But zigzag stitch around the sides and then go from there. So I have the pockets. They were zigzagged along the edge. Then I pressed under the seam allowance to the back on all sides. I also pressed down 1 inch from the top and top stitched along the edge. So now they look like this. Now I have to place them on the back of the pants. Instructions are to measure 3 inches from the center, and 3.5 from the top, 3.5 inches from the top. Then place 1 pocket, lining up the edge and the top right there. Same for the other side. I wonder, do I want this pocket to pop off? I guess it pops off a little bit, but this kind of matches. Do I want that? I think I want it different because the other one's going to be different. So let's do this one. Then, same for this one. 3.5 from the top. Okay. So the pockets are lined up. Take it to the sewing machine and sew the edges. Sew it down. Okay. Alrighty. The pockets have been sewn. Looking really good. All the way around, looking perfect. Now it's time to put the front and the back pants together. First, what I want to do is like pin this so it's right. Make sure the pocket doesn't go anywhere in this process. Okay, so the pocket shouldn't be flopping around. Putting front and back together. Going to sew the sides together, then going to, I guess, put the crotch together and sew that. So yeah, almost done. Okay, the pants have been sewn, sides and the crotch area. I'm gonna go back and pink the edges and press them open, but ouch. I'm supposed to try it on to make sure that they look okay. So this is how the pockets came out so far. Nicely tucked in there. And then when the waistband is attached, it'll be done. This is for someone else, so it's going to be a little larger than me. I just want to see what the crotch will be. But I guess that's not too bad. They said we could cut it down if it's too high. If I wanted to sit here, I kind of just want to do it as is and then see what happens. All right, we'll see. Now for the waistband, I need to measure out the circumference of the pants, and then the width will be 4.5 inches wide. So I guess I'm using a 2-inch elastic. So hopefully that's straight enough, and then just need to measure how wide the pants are. So it's kind of folded in half now. So it is 11.5-ish times 4. So I guess 44 inches plus 2, 46 inches. And this is exactly 46 inches. Okay, so that's gonna have to work. Okay, the waistband has been sewed at the short end, folded and pressed, ready to place. We got the top of the pants and the waistband. So I'm gonna put the seam at the back of the pants. Try to line that up as close as possible. Goes to the front here. And around. Pin that around. Sew it with the 3/8 inch seam allowance, and then they fold it up, and that'll be a waistband. I'm gonna leave a gap maybe in the back here, a gap to put the elastic in. The waistband has been sewn on. I left a little gap back here for the elastic, 2 inches with elastic. Going to cut it to the waist size and insert into the waistband. The elastic is in. The only thing is the casing was just a little too small for the 2-inch. I guess this 2-inch is a little, like a 16th bigger than 2 inches. So if I were to do this again, I would make sure to sew the seam allowance a little smaller so the elastic would fit inside the casing better, because right now it's a little it's like curling inside. So yeah, it's a little annoying. But anyway, I am not going to redo it. I'm just going to sew this together and close this up and then finish the hem. Waistband is done, looking good. I did stitch along the top a little bit, but I stitched around the top all the way around, but I didn't want to stitch around the bottom because I didn't want it puckering out more than it already is. Finally, I didn't add length to the pants when I first cut it, so I'm adding these like 3-inch panels or strips at the bottom, and I'm using the selvage edge here so I won't have to hem it. So I'm just going to sew around. They're overlapping, so it'll have, maybe I need to sew that down too. Anyway, I'm going to sew around, and the pants will be done.